Okay, so let's go straight forward to today's class. And today's class we'll be talking about the 6 activities. So let me take this image and go to. Today we'll be talking about the 6 activities. We're talking about the 6. About the 6 other activities.
Is that the same thing as sales order processing?
Yes, we'll be looking at 6 other processing. So now we have talked about in our past class we talked about inquiry, we've talked about quotation, we've understand how to create, change, display quotation. Inquiry, talk about how to create, change, display quotation. Today we are going to look at the sales order processing, and here is the sales order activities. But in our last class, which is going to be the next class, it is when we are going to actually go in depth into this section. We are also going to go in depth into these sections, and we are going to go in depth into these sections. All right.
That's going to be for the class for Saturday, right?
Absolutely. We're going to dive deep, even understanding what all this means. For today's class, we are going to cover these 2 topics. 1, 2. We're going to talk about the delivery process and what sales process. All right. So our first focus is this. Let's understand the process so far. We have 2 companies we have been using. We have Best Buy, and we have Lenovo. Now, so far, we've discussed Best Buy sends an RFI for laptops. Sends, then Lenovo what creates an inquiry and sends to Best Buy. Acknowledge. inquiry. Then Best Buy sends RFQ and create a quotation. Then create a quotation, sends, and so acknowledge the quotation, sends quotation. Now, after Best Buy have received the quotation, at this point, the document types at this point, the document type generated is inquiry quotation. Now, let me put it this way. Let me just continue. Then, after receiving quotation, then Lenovo or Best Buy sends PO and Lenovo creates SO. Sales order. And this is what? Purchase order. Right up to this level, this is what the pre-sales activities. No legal obligation to buy. Because at this point, Best Buy Best Buy is shopping around. This means they can request. This means they can send RFI and RFQ. So, different companies such as Lenovo, Dell, HP, Packard, Acer. All these are laptop manufacturers. All these are laptop manufacturers. So until Best Buy decide to buy, before they will then send out a purchase order to any of this company that, oh, we've received your quotation, we like your product, and now we are now ready to buy. The buying company is the one sending the PO, purchase order, and the company selling in the SAP system is the one creating the sales order. Now, at this point, what happened is this. Remember, the communication of these messages, PO, look at it, 1, 2, 3, they are sent through EDI. They are sent through EDI. We might cover EDI in this class if times allow us. As a consultant, it's good we know how this message are conveyed, how it's being set up, but it's actually not mandatory, but it's a good to know. Now, finally, the purchase activity is over and Best Buy is ready to buy, and they have sent their purchase order to Lenovo saying, we want to buy. Now, let's see how this sales order is created in the system. In our last class, we created our inquiry and quotation. Let's go to the SAP system and create our order. EDI means electronic data interchange. It is used for secure communication purpose. It is used for secure communication purpose. by, let me just put it, bigger companies. By bigger companies. Instead of using email, fax, and stuff like that to communicate other processes, this EDI is used for communication purposes. It's a third-party system. It's a what? Third-party system. It's a third-party system that is used for communication. It comes with SAP, but you have to set it up. The SD is not responsible to set it up. The basis consultant. Basis consultant is responsible to set it up. So are people responsible to set it up, but it's a good to know for you to know the type of data that are being communicated based on mapping purposes. But in this class, if time allows, we might look at EDI before we end this up, or I might create a section for EDI. But let's just take it for now that EDI is an electronic data interchange. It is used for secure communication purpose by bigger companies. It's a third-party system, and it does exist inside the SAP system. And the type of documentation, the type of document it conveys is called IDoc. But we'll talk about it maybe probably in a later class, IDoc, which is intermediate document. Let me not go into this. Let's just stop for now and let's go to what this is order. All right. So now, Best Buy has sent in its purchase order, and Lenovo wants to create a sales order. So let's go into the system and create our sales order. All right. I'm going to go to logistics, sales order, sales order. All right. Let me take this picture here. Okay. I'm going to put this right here. All right. There are two ways you can create your order. Step one, from the logistics access, from the SAP Easy Access. Step one, from what? The Easy Access. You can see the menu part, logistics 1, 2, 3, and order 4. Or you can use the T code VA01 to create to change to display. All right, so let's go and let's create. All right. So I'm going to take some few pictures just for us to understand. Screenshots. All right. Bam. Okay. All right. Let me explain these few things so that we get to understand what is happening here. All right. So put this right here. And put this right here. And now we'll put this right here. All right. So this is our sys. This is our what? Sys order. As you can see, screen. Document type selection. Organization data or structure. I don't want you want to call it. Yeah, if you can call it organizational data structure, data structure or component. So now we come here. You can see the document types. Document types. So this is the same thing as this place. These are the list of the document types you see here. And you can see different types of document types. Most of these document types have already been created or predefined or different, but you can see list. You can see standard order, promotion order, standard order, rebate, correction, standard order, catch sales. Important, this you can see the document type CS, catch sales, sales activity involving cash. No delivery is created. No delivery is created. Order confirmation is issued. Cases involve, let me say, the customer is present right there. So the customer just pay cash, pick up the product, and order confirmation is issued to you. So remember, this customer might be a Best Buy, so it doesn't have to mean that this is not a regular customer. So when I mean pick up, probably maybe Best Buy has their truck standby, they want to pick the product up themselves, so they go cash. It all depends on the type of process. Different companies implement different processes, but just to know that this cash sales is, a cash transaction. And if we look, we also have, but it's very important, notice the type of document, which is what CS for cash sales. And if we look at our template right here at the beginning, we definitely see the type of sales document. You can see cash sales right here. So that's it. So just a list of sales order right here.
I've got a question. Which one is the rush cash and the contract and the standard order?
Okay. I don't really want to go deeper into it. We might not cover, or we're going to cover sales order. But
okay.
let me just quickly put you through regarding the question. Let me go back to SAP system, and let's quickly briefly look at some of these documents and understand. This is one I see was going to be our last class to dive deep into document types, but I'm going to explain a little bit. I don't want it to take our time. So let's just look at this. We can see cash sales right here. Let me board it a little bit. We can see cash sales right here. If we go look at the document type, CS, and let's go down, and we can see counter order, ET order. These are different types of order, depending on the organization that is processing it. Now look at rush order here. Look at credit memo. Look at return. Most of these document types have been created by people that have used these IDs, consultants that have trained with these server. But the most important thing is return, credit memo, and I'm just quickly going to explain about it in a nutshell, because we are not going to actually look at how to create them. For now, it's something that we can always go back and learn. It's the same thing the way we create a sales order, is the same process. But just a little scenario behind this before we complete the sales order. Just a little scenario behind it. Okay, contract is, the document type is contract, just like an example of contract. Let's say Copart Autos. Copart Autos, they might use contract document type based on the fact that they take, for example, leasing. you're leasing a car from them. The leasing a car from Copart, what will happen is you will go into contract with them. Now, what are the things your contract is going to have? Take, for example, you're going to have the customer information. Let me just put it that way. And you're going to have the customer information is going to be at the what? Headers level. And you're going to have item. And what is going to be the item is going to be, let's see, the type of cars that you are leasing. And there's going to be time, validity time, time frame for what? For the contract. They're going to be the amount you're going to be paying. They're going to be tax that you're going to be paying. So that is what we call contract. Entry into a contract with an organization. So if, take for example, with the example we've been using is Lenovo, Best Buy buying. Best Buy is a retail industry that buys a product. So an example of a company that can use SAP for contract purposes, whereby they will have their own document as contract document. An example can be enterprise. You know enterprise costs? Because
Rent a car, yeah.
the renting costs, because they are going to be having a renting contract, renting clauses, and there are different type of renting clauses. You understand me? There are different type of renting clauses. So these different type of renting clauses will determine the type of contract document that they are going to set up in the SAP system. But it's still the same thing. Now,
Okay.
rush order. A rush order is an order where, if I can remember, rush order, RO, document type, rush order, involves, let me say, delivery is involved, and it's like a special order. Let me put it. Rush order. Hold on. Let me so that I won't tell you over sent at a later. Billing will be generated. Okay, now it's the billing will be generated. The billing will be generated. Delivery, confirmation, immediate pickup. So it's this, the difference between these and CS, which is cash sales, because this can come at even when you're trying to write, because I saw it when you're trying to write your consultant certification exam. The difference between these two is that this process, delivery, is immediate as well. Billing is immediate too. That means You pick up, you also pay. The only thing that is given here is what? Order confirmation. Instead of what? In this level, order confirmation, instead of what? This place where they're going to issue what? Invoice. So they can still pile up this billing under the customer schedule if the customer has a schedule or have a billing plan or a billing milestone with the company. But for these, the customer pays cash immediate. Then let's look at these other two. Now, these other two, credit memo and return. Credit memo, which is, I think, is CR. Credit memo and I said debit memo and return. This is RE. The debit memo is I don't know again if it is a CD or no, it's not CD, but I think it's one place anyway. But let's just put it debit memo. So now let's understand the process behind this. These two processes. When a customer returns a good, let's say laptops i7 core 500 pieces, let's say delivered. Inside these 500 laptops, let's say 100 pieces damage. Then customer wants to return 100 pieces. Now the customer wants to return the 100 pieces. Now, for CR, credit memo, for CR, if the customer has already been billed, a credit memo is created against the accounting for refunds to customer account. And whenever a credit memo is being issued, it all depends on the company's environment. If it is a goods product that was already delivered and billed, what will happen? When you are creating a credit memo, you are going to reference, it is mandatory, CRO must reference the order, and probably if delivery exists, delivery. And not billing.
So you're going to make reference to the order number and all them stuff so that they will know where the credit is being allocated to.
Yes. An example, I'm just going to quickly just show you an example. When you are there's a billing type. This is what is it? There is a billing type. When we get to billing, there's a billing document type, doc type, for credit memo as well.
Okay.
You understand me?
Mm-hmm.
For credit memo and this memo and other memo too. Credit memo exists here. Debit memo also exists at what? The order and also what? Billing. So whenever you create whenever you create a credit memo, you have to reference this. Whenever you create a debit memo, you also have to reference this. The both of them works together. It's vice versa. The document has to be what? Updated. Okay, what is the logic between these two, credit memo and the memo? Remember, credit memo is what? Plus to the customer. When I mean plus, let me put it, say addition. Because you are paying back a fraction or a percentage of an amount to the customer. But debit memo is what? Subtract. Subtraction from the cost account. Because, take for example, you deliver more goods. Take for example, instead of delivering, maybe at the end of the day they delivered like instead of 500 pieces, they delivered 600 pieces to the customer, and then as they come out, hey, there's a additional of 100 pieces of that product. We want you to return it, and the customer said, you know what, I'm going to keep it. Once you say I'm going to keep it, what happens in that kind of situation? A billing debit memo is created against what? The customer's account. That's against the billing. That billing document, invoice document that was generated for that customer, that is going to be the reference purpose, the reference document for creating the billing debit memo. So by the time they create, we are going to get to it maybe at a later class. By the time they create a debit memo referencing that invoice for that transaction, then they create a debit memo and you have to go back to the order and create a what? A debit or a credit memo in this situation, because you are creating an addition of 100 pieces that they put it into their own account. So when we get to this in the later class, we're still going to get to it, but when we get to it, I will explain in a more detail the scenario behind the credit memo and what? The memo. So let's go back to our sales order.
Okay.
All right. So now the document type for an order is the word OR, standard order. So I'm going to remember, you can create a sales order you can create a sales order without reference, but with our purpose here, we have inquiry, we have quotation. So we're going to create our quotation referencing our order. So to create with reference, so we come here, to create with reference is what we have discussed here. To create a reference, you can see that we have what? The quotation tab right here. We have our quotation tab right here asking for the reference. Creating with reference, you can see the quotation tab is asking for the what? The quotation number. So when you put in a quotation number here, which we're going to put, then it copies the quotation details into the sales order what? Environment. So let's take a look at that. Okay, we're going to create this order with reference, put our quotation. If you don't know the last quotation that maybe you created, you can just do a back, and it's going to give you a list of quotations that has been created. If you do a back, you just press a back key on your keyboard. It will give you a list of quotation. Or you can also expand the magnifying glass. It gives you a search terms.
Which one is the magnifying glass then?
The magnifying glass is this. You can see it right here. Okay, let me hold on. All right, oh, sorry. So I'm just going to do this. And I don't know if it did show here. Okay, it didn't show, so I'm going to come here. I'm going to show you. Okay, so it's not showing. So this is the magnifying glass. Let me just put it here. I'm trying to take the picture, but it's not. Let me see. It's going to be there. Okay. Put a value in it. All right. Okay. Okay, it's not showing it. This should have been the place. Okay, it's not showing it. All right. So, but this is the magnifying glass right here. You can see it, the little image button right here. Can you see it?
Or you have the create with reference?
No, where my mouse is right here. Let me show. Can you see where my mouse is?
Yes, I can see where you.
This is where this is the magnifying glass. So the magnifying glass enables you to search for information. It gives you options to search for information. So if I click on the magnifying glass, you can see the list is giving me. It's giving me list to search for. It says, do you want to search with purchase order? Do you want to search with organization, office, purchase date, sales document type, sales document, and this is saying list of 500. So this is where you check your magnifying glass. So if I confirm this now, you will try and do a search, and you can see a list of quotations that have been created in the system. You can see a list of quotations that has been created in the system in the past days. So I'm going to cut this up. So our quotation number let's go back and pick our quotation number from here. Copy. So we're going to minimize this, put our quotation number, and copy. Copy. All right. So now, when we look at this is our sales order. You can see that the quotation, the pieces, the delivery date, the delivery, everything, we have all the informations copied into the system. There's no other thing here to do rather than to click to save it. We are still going to discuss by Saturday, our next class, we're going to talk about all these checks buttons. I just want to keep us, but just a straight way. So now, this is it. So we've copied it. Now that we've copied it, the only thing we want to do is just to what? Click what? Save. Right here. So we click save. Now that we've clicked save, it's asking us to say enter purchase number. So we're going to come here and put a purchase number. What is the significance of this purchase number? Remember, in this place, we talked about this aspect here. What is the significance of that purchase order? When Best Buy sent their purchase order, the purchase order will always come with a number. Will always come with a number. Will always come with a number. Will always come with a number, PO number. Maybe the PO number is, let's put it, test 200. If that's the purchase number. So we'd have to put it in the system. And what is the significance? This will be used for reference purpose. Now, someone might call from Best Buy sales department and try to check up on orders that was placed. The person responsible might not know the sales order number because remember, the sales order number is generated by Lenovo. So the person might not be conversant with the communication. Let me put it this way. When Best Buy sends PO through EDI to Lenovo, there's something they call the EDI message. An example, EDI message code will say 850. We say 850. When this sales order is created, when it's created, Lenovo is going to send it to, Lenovo is going to send what? Purchase order acknowledgement. To what? To Best Buy. to Best Buy. So they're going to acknowledge it. So the purchase order acknowledgement will definitely carry what? The SO number. But the person at Best Buy level might not know the SO, or maybe, I don't know, for one reason or the other, he's not conversant or he doesn't know where to check for it. But because he is on the Best Buy side and has been working with Best Buy, he or she understands their system. So he knows their own purchase number. So when he calls Best Buy and Lenovo to inquire about a product, he's going to quote their own purchase number. He will quote their own purchase number. Now, when he quotes their own purchase order number, the person responsible on the Lenovo's side might not know, because they don't have text 200. Take, for example, when they create this order, they have 0000170. So when you are when the Best Buy, somebody's quoting text 200, it's like, we don't have text 200 in the system. But if the person that is behind, or the end user at Lenovo's end, is well trained or knows what he's doing, he or she will be able to locate this order through the PO number. And that is the reason why the PO number will be put right here. Test 200. And the date of purchase, the date that the purchase was done, will be put there. So once I confirm this, confirm.
I've got a quick question. So the PO number is from Best Buy and the order number is going to be from Lenovo. Where can we find that order number? Was that the number you just generated?
Okay, yes. You can see after I save it, I confirm this. You can see. Hold on. Oh, it gave us the number now. All right. Okay. So we saved this number, and because I went out of the screen, so it took away. Okay. This is what is going to happen. Now let's go back. We've just created a sales order. Let me look for the sales order, because we're talking, so it went away. So to look for the sales order, let me just do /NVA02, change mode, and this is our sales order number that we just created.
Okay.
These are sales. Okay, now let's look at something here. The importance of that. The importance of the VA001. Let us do this so that we have an excellent understanding. So we created a sales order. Now the sales order that we created is this. We created a sales order. This is our sales order number SO. We have created our sales order number. And let's create a straight sales order number so that we understand again. So that I'm going to take the example again. So now, this time I'm creating a sales order without no reference, because we've already created a sales order reference in a quotation. So this time we're just creating a straight sales order number. So we go to OR document type. So now we go inside. So we are creating a sales order for customer 1000 and 1000. So we'll confirm the details. All right. This is what I was saying. It's asking for the purchase order number. So the purchase order number from Best Buy, let's say, is 300, text 300.
Okay. So I've got another question. So when you are creating a sales order, there must always be a
Purchase number.
because the customer had already made some inquiry. That is why he has a purchase
Number.
Okay.
Not because it. To answer your first question, yes. When creating a sales order, there must be a purchase number. There have to be, because the customer is sending a purchase number. Hold on, please.
Okay.
Someone at my. So when you're creating a sales order, there must be a purchase number because the customer sends a purchase order. So the purchase order that the customer sends, the number of that purchase order is going to be the PO number at the sales order screen.
Okay.
Not because the customer has already done inquiry or quotation. No.
Okay.
It is mandatory that it has to have a PO number for the reason that I've explained to you, so that when Best Buy can call and say, we want to know like they want an update, or they want to look up something about an order, and they don't know the sales order number. So they will reference their own purchase order number, and with that purchase order number, we will be able to find, you understand me, the order. Now, I have created this order. Okay, now I have not created this order, so we confirm it. So we just go straight.
That was the issue I was having before.
Yeah, just keep confirming it is the date. Okay, now we put this. Then we put the material right here, and we put the quantity. Let's say 100. We'll put the quantity 100. Then we confirm again. So now, once we confirm, it's the same thing we have. Then we click on what? Save. We click on what? Save. So we'll click on save. We click on the save button, and the system gives us a what? An order number.
I've got another question here. Assuming, I don't know if I'm going too fast. Assuming we want to send this now to Best Buy, how do we send it?
Thank you for the question. I'm going to answer that question for the purpose. Okay, so we have an order number here, so we'll send it. So now, hold on. Okay, so we have our order number. We put it. This is our order number. Okay, now, can you mute your side?
Yes.
The question you asked is this. It's simple. Let me explain it again. PO number. PO, purchase order, was sent to Best Buy. Okay, this is Best Buy sends a word purchase order. Sends purchase order to Lenovo. Through what? EDI. Message type 850. Create SO sales order. Once the sales order is created, there's something they call another message is sent. This has number test 300. That's what I did. And this has a new number 3000. Once this message is being sent, there's a message. This message will be conveyed through an EDI. Message type 855. This is EDI message. This is EDI message. EDI 850 is message type. Message type purchase order. Whenever an EDI correspondent is sent to any company, this is the message. This is the code 855. When a message is sent to the company, which is what purchase order acknowledgement. Purchase order acknowledgement is an EDI. The message code is 855. This will carry what? This number. This will carry what? This number 1, and this will carry 2. Acknowledging what? All the purchases that they have sent in, that this purchase have been created, the order have been created. That is what the purchase acknowledgement. Do you understand now?
Yes. So the 855 is the purchase acknowledgement, and the 850 is the
purchase order. Yes.
Okay.
All right. Okay, now that we have created our sales order,
I'm so sorry. Is that sent through the SAP system, or is sent through the electronic data interchange?
Okay.
Because I know you said the electronic data interchange is a third party, so it's sent through that third party system.
Yes, it's sent through the third party system, but here's the thing. The third party system, there is something that's why I said this. I don't want us to go out of the line.
Okay.
Because if I explain this, it's a sorry, it's a broad conversation. Because the third party system is already integrated with the SAP system, and SAP also have its own EDI connections.
Okay.
And those things are set up by the basis. It's not our job.
Okay.
Just don't worry about it. It's just good for you to understand this messaging. I'm just explaining this messaging so that we understand based on the fact that we're an SAP sales and distribution consultant.
That's fine.
Why I'm explaining it. But it's not our job to set up these connections. It is the job of the basis.
Okay.
All right. Okay, now. So now that we have created our sales order. So we have a sales order number, and that is it. So to change the sales order in case of maybe anything, to change is a typical transaction, which is VA 02 is to change what our sales order. So we have a sales order number. If we confirm this, it's going to take us what to the change mode. So where we can make any what changes. If I override this to display VA 03 to display, you can see everything is grayed out. So now, talking about the purchase order, if I come here, VA02, confirm. All right. An example. Hold on. I'm going to take it here so that we understand. Let me take this screenshot. So let's understand this. You can see this is change mode, sales order, change, screen, VA02. You can see this is our what? Order number. Right here, we have what? The purchase order number.
That one is going to be coming from Best Buy, right?
If I come here, if I remove these, if I remove these, that we don't know the order number, we want to go to change mode. Once I type in text 200.
Gotcha.
Hold on.
I think yours is text.
Yeah, it says text 200 and our order number. Hold on.
300264.
Hold on. So, can you see it?
Yes.
What did I do? I put the 200 here. You can see it. Text 200. Search. It gives you what? The purchase order and everything. Once you select, you confirm. Automatically, it
Comes
goes
to
to the system. It's the same thing when I go /NVA03. If I pull the test 200, yeah, let's say they call, they want to know the order. I don't know the order number. They give me the order. If I search it, it's the same thing.
Gotcha.
If I confirm it, it takes me to the order details. So from here, I can answer, the end user can answer whatever question that they have. Do you understand?
Absolutely.
All right. So now let's talk about these items. I'm just gonna talk about briefly. I won't go into these details. So let's just look at these. And in a nutshell, I'm just gonna talk about this menu, copy and paste, so that we just have an excellent understanding. And we'll go to delivery. Our time is fast spent. Anyway, so let's just put this, and let me put this right here.
I think this classes, this SAD, this SAP SD is much interesting than the SQL Server one.
Yeah, that one also gives you that one. I'm just trying to explain a lot of things on that. So that's the reason I said it's a very powerful information what I'm sharing here. It's going to be difficult for you. Yeah, it's going to be difficult for you to have an understanding of this if other people go into other people, because it's what I face. All right. So this menu here, you can see this fountain is the sales fountain to check sales information. Item information, customer information, orders information. The most important is this. This is document. document flow. All right.
I think if you put your cursor around it, does it actually show you something if you hover your cursor around it?
Yes, it shows you. Sure, it shows you the what you need to do. Document flow.
Okay.
List of orders, and it gives you the ordering party overview and this. So now, if I do this from
Which one is that?
this is the document flow. I'm
Okay.
gonna explain it. So let's look at it in a nutshell. I'm gonna come here. All right. Let's look at the document flow in a little nutshell. All right. So the document flow, this is the document flow button right here. Remember, you can get to this button from here. Let me also show one more step. Can get to this button in 5 different ways, and I'm going to share it right here. So we go to thing, environment, think document. You see, I think it's from. I might not be able. Hold on. Extras. I think it's edit. Okay. Hold on. I think it's maybe I can only access from the change view. Let's go to /NVA02, confirm, and confirm Stras output. So I think it's from go to let's edit. I'll go to publishing log documents. Hold on. All right. Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna pause
Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Okay. You still there?
Yes. So that is it. So this is a document flow. You can see for reporting purpose, understanding flow of what? Of transactions. So this is all about the sales order activities for now. So let's go to the what? Delivery process. It's straightforward. We're not going to waste time on this. But if you have any questions, you can always ask me. Straightforward. So now let's understand the delivery process. The delivery process is pretty much a straightforward process. Now we've created what? We've created inquiry, quotation, and order. Now we need to what? Deliver. The delivery document type is LE, so we need to deliver the orders. So now we have in this delivery, we already have, let's say, we have the laptops, let's say i7 core, and we have, let's say, 500 PCs. And we have laptop, i5 core, and we have, let's say, 100 pieces. The delivery process is very simple. So now, what happened is Lenovo Lenovo will create. Now, let me put it this way so that we can have a better understanding. So now we have Best Buy, Lenovo, we have RFI, we have IN, we have RFQ, we have QT, we have PO, we have SO. Now, what happened is, since SO, then what then goes is what? LE. They afterward, since they already send a purchase order, they create this order, now you can see that they afterward deliver the product. Deliver product. And yeah, they have to what? Create delivery and deliver the product. You can see from what we have said, you can see all through this process, we've not talked about billing because this is a what? A B2B process. It's different from a B2C where you have to pay before the goods is delivered to you. So now, in this delivery process, this is we call logistics process. This is the logistics process. In this logistics process, there's something we call PGI has to take place here. Picking has to take place, and packing has to take place right here in the logistics process. Let me put it here. Let me put it this way. For us to understand, I have a clear understanding. So let's look at this for the billing. So we'll call it logistics process. We have picking, we have packing, and we have PGI. Post goods issue. Are you following me?
Yes.
All right. So now, Best Buy has already bought a laptop. So let's say this is Best Buy warehouse. So this is Best Buy warehouse. So they have the laptops are here. So these laptops in the warehouse, take for example, we have i7 core laptops. We have i7 core laptops in storage A, and we have what i5 core, let's say storage B. Now these laptops, maybe we have the 500 pieces, right? We have 500 pieces of these, and we need to do 100 pieces of these. So now these pieces have to be what? Picked from the storage locations. They have to be what? Picked to the storage location. There is picking has to be done. Packing is optional. It all depends. In the warehouse, if they want to, maybe they have to pack it to the staging point where before they will load it. It all depends. And it all depends on the type of company, or the type of product, or in their warehouse. Packing is simply, maybe putting these products in cartons into what? Maybe pallets before taking it to the staging area. So it all depends. Some products are packed in the warehouse and some products are not packed. But picking is mandatory because we have to pick. All these products are stored in different locations in a warehouse, and someone has to go inside and pick it up. So when picking is done, after they have picked it, take for example, then let's say we have the truck. These laptops will be loaded on the truck, maybe from the shipping location or the shipping point in the warehouse. Then the truck will leave. Will leave for what? For delivery. The truck will leave for delivery. The moment the truck leaves for delivery, then PGI takes place. The moment shipping is done, PGI takes place. What is PGI? It means that one, we have issued the goods. Two, we need to bill now. To bill now. And in these two processes, what happened is this. Inventory is updated. Accounting is also updated. Maybe this, we'll put it this way, that reduction in stock, increase in account. Because they buy and that is it. So this is what happened during PGI. And this is what happened during picking. And packing is just either putting the product at the staging point for shipping. So it depends on the process. But the most important thing in the logistics environment when it comes to delivery is this one. Is this. The most important thing that happens is this. 1, 1, 2. Picking has to be done for the product, and PGI has to be done for the delivery. Now, let's go to the system and see how to create our delivery for the order that we have created, to pick it, and to do the post-goods what issue. All right. Back to our easy access from the sales order. Now we're going to remove it. Logistics. No. Sorry. I think it's other one. So I'm going to take a picture. I'm going to take a screenshot of this. I'm going to take a screenshot. Put it here. I'm going to come back here. Transaction code VL. And I'm going to take a screenshot of this. All right, and put it right here. Put it right here. Okay. All right, let's understand this. In a nutshell, we went back to our easy access. Delivery step. One, two, three, four. You can see that this time around we didn't go toward sales. We went toward shipping and transportation. And there we see what our outbound delivery, and we create. And when we when we click on create, we can see our what? Single document, create with reference. We can see the create with reference and create without reference. Create with reference and create without reference. So I'm going to go to /NVAVL01N, which is new, create with reference, NVL01N. All right. So now, create or create without reference, shipping, but we're not doing shipping point. All right. So this is one way of creating delivery. Let's go to VA01, 02, and let's go to our order, change mode, document, modern. I want to do a screenshot. Sorry. We can see delivery right here. I'm trying to see if we can get a screenshot of that. Okay, so, but this is another way that you can create a delivery. You go to your what? Sales. And from sales change mode, you can go to what? Delivery. From sales change mode, we can go to what? The delivery, and it automatically.
So from the change sales mode, you can go directly from there to
creating a delivery. Yes. So you can see the delivery screen.
What option did you click when you went to the sales mode?
From the sales mode, you go to the sales. Let me go back so that we can see it. /NVA02.
That is change mode.
Go inside, that's a change screen. You go to your sales document. Your tools bar at the top, sales document. And on the menu, you're going to see a delivery.
Okay, delivery, yeah.
So you click on the delivery, and it automatically takes you to the delivery screen.
Gotcha.
So I'm going to take a picture of this.
But if you go through there, can you create a delivery with a reference if you go through that shortcut?
If you go through from your sales,
Yeah.
that is actually the best, because that is, you are creating it with reference to the what?
From the sales. Okay.
To that sales.
Gotcha.
Pretty much. So we go.
So the only place you can make the delivery again, it's only through the delivery screen and also through the change sales. Those are the only two windows.
Yeah, I'm going to explain that. Just give me a moment. Just give me a moment. I'm going to explain that in details. So we go here and we put it. All right. Okay. So let's look at it. Okay. Two ways